everybody. Today we are going to be talking about outliers and how they affect statistics. So an outlier is a data value that is either much greater or much less than the other values in the set. So it's any number that looks way bigger or way smaller than all the other numbers in the set. An outlier will affect the measures of central tendency in different ways. So the outlier really affects the mean. If your data has an outlier in it, you should not use the mean to analyze the data. The mean only describes data well that does not have an outlier. If it has an outlier, it doesn't do a great job describing the data. Median does describe data well that has an outlier. So if you have an outlier in your set of data, the median might be the way to go in terms of describing it. As far as the mode, outliers do not affect the mode at all. So mode is still a valid source of data. Median is better than mean when it comes to describing data with an outlier. So let's talk about the effect of removing an outlier on the mean. So we said that outliers affect the mean the most. That mean only describes data well that does not have an outlier, which means that when we remove an outlier, it's going to really change the mean. It changes the mean in two different ways. If the outlier is high, so for example, here my outlier is 32. That number is way higher than the rest of the numbers in my data set. When I remove 32, the mean will get lower. Here, my outlier is low. It is far lower than the rest of the numbers in my data set. So when I remove that outlier, the mean gets higher. We are keeping this super surface level, very basic analysis of what happens when we add an outlier to mean, median, and mode. Feel free to comment if you have any questions. I hope this was helpful.